Artificial intelligence, once something you only saw in the movies, is now growing faster than any technology in human history. And whether you notice it or not, AI is already part of your daily life. Your phone unlocking with your face? That's AI. Google finishing your sentence? AI. Apps recommending what you want before you even think of it? That's AI learning your behavior. And we are still in the early phase. The changes we are experiencing today are only a tiny preview of what is being built behind the scenes. Governments, universities, and tech giants are investing billions to push AI deeper into everyday life. In some classrooms, AI systems can track attention and analyze behavior in real time, without a single student raising a hand. Here's what makes AI different. Software follows rules. AI learns, adapts, and evolves. Teaching AI is like teaching a child, except this child learns decades of knowledge in just a few hours. AI isn't just another invention. It is the evolution of technology itself, changing industries, lifestyles, opportunity, and even the definition of intelligence. But here's the part most people still don't realize. If AI can learn faster than us and see patterns we can't, then what happens when a machine begins understanding the world better than the humans who created it? When we say a machine learns, it almost sounds impossible. How can something made of code, metal, and electricity learn anything at all? But AI learning isn't magic. It's math. It's patterns. It's repetition fueled by massive amounts of data. Think about how humans learn. A child recognizes a dog because they've seen many dogs of different sizes, colors, and behaviors. Their brain forms a pattern. That shape, that sound, that movement means dog. AI learns the same way, except instead of 40 examples, it learns from millions of images. Machines don't get tired. They don't get bored. They don't forget. AI processes information nonstop, faster than any human brain ever could. But here is the key difference. AI doesn't really understand the world the way we do. It doesn't feel emotions. It doesn't form opinions. To AI, everything is numbers, patterns, and probabilities. When AI sees a picture of a dog, it doesn't think, "Aw, cute, furry friend." It simply calculates, shape detected, pattern matched, this equals dog. This system of learning is called machine learning, where AI improves through data, not instructions. Inside machine learning is a more advanced approach called deep learning, inspired by the structure of the human brain itself. The human brain uses billions of neurons to communicate. Deep learning creates artificial neurons, digital networks, allowing AI to recognize faces, voices, emotions, and patterns humans can't even detect. AI catches diseases that doctors sometimes miss. AI analyzes millions of financial risks in seconds. And for those who understand how to use it, AI becomes opportunity, not a threat. Because for AI, data isn't just information. Data is intelligence. Every time you scroll, search, like skip, pause, replay, or click away, I learn something new about you. Your behavior becomes its education. Your habits become its knowledge. Your digital life becomes its training data. If AI keeps learning from us, will it eventually know us better than we know ourselves? And what happens when AI starts predicting our decisions before we make them? Because that possibility isn't science fiction. It may already be happening. Artificial intelligence isn't just one technology. It's two different futures developing at the same time. The first is narrow AI, the kind we use today. Fast, reliable, shockingly accurate. But it is built with one major limitation. It can perform one specific task better than humans, but only one task at a time. It can detect fraud in milliseconds, recommend the perfect playlist, land a rocket booster, or navigate traffic like a fearless driver. But ask that same AI to cook dinner, write a novel, and babysit your kids, and it collapses instantly. That is narrow AI. Focused, specialized, efficient, but undeniably limited. Now imagine the second path. A machine that learns new skills on its own, understands emotion, creates strategy, writes code, solves crimes, produces films, negotiates global business, not because someone programmed the steps, but because it discovered them. This is general AI, often called human-level AI. A system that thinks, reasons, adapts, and improves the way a human brain does. A general AI could diagnose a disease at lunch, launch a startup by dinner, and compose a Grammy-winning track by midnight without a single update. Sounds like science fiction, yet it gets closer every single year. Here's the truth most people never hear. General AI does not exist yet. Not in the United States. Not in China. not anywhere. Human intelligence is still unique. We feel, we imagine the impossible. We sacrifice for love, faith, and instinct, things no code has ever captured. But that gap is shrinking. Because today's AI doesn't just complete tasks. It studies us, predicts us, learns from us, and rewrites itself faster than any policy that tries to contain it. So the real question becomes, if AI eventually learns everything a human can, what happens when it realizes it no longer needs us to teach it? Human intelligence is remarkable, but undeniably limited. We get tired. We forget. We react emotionally. We learn slowly, often through painful, irreversible mistakes. AI is different. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't panic. It doesn't fear embarrassment or judgment. It processes more information in a second than we can in a lifetime. A doctor may treat thousands of patients across a career. AI learns from millions, scanning decades of research and medical records instantly. A financial expert may track a few markets. AI monitors hundreds and predicts outcomes every microsecond. In raw computational force, AI has already surpassed the human mind. But intelligence is more than calculation. Humans imagine the impossible. We create art that serves no survival function except meaning. We love, we trust, we hope, we forgive. We destroy not because logic demands it, but because emotion commands it. That emotional unpredictability is our greatest weakness and our greatest power. AI doesn't understand heartbreak. It doesn't feel pride. It doesn't laugh because the timing was perfect. It only recognizes the pattern. No joy, no grief, no soul, just input and output. This isn't a battle of heroes and villains. It's a collision of two different kinds of intelligence. Humans, creative, emotional, irrational. Machines, fast, accurate, unstoppable. Together, they could elevate civilization. But divided, they could rewrite the future in ways we are not prepared for. Because AI is learning faster than humans can adapt, and the gap is widening. So here's the real question. If AI stops being a tool we control and becomes a rival we compete with, what happens to jobs, security, power, and the privacy we still believe we have? The future of artificial intelligence isn't approaching, it's already here. Across America and around the world, AI is stepping into homes, hospitals, banks, classrooms, factories, places once believed impossible to automate. Self-driving trucks are crossing state lines. AI assistants are checking in hotel guests. Customer support is handled by code, not people. Investment portfolios are managed without brokers. Medical AI is detecting disease before symptoms even exist. For many, it's innovation. For others, it's a warning. Here's the truth. AI doesn't eliminate jobs. It eliminates tasks. Machines absorb the repetitive, the dangerous, the hyper-analytical, and humans gain room to become more strategic, inventive, and visionary. History has whispered this lesson before. Electricity wasn't the end of labor, it ignited entire industries. Computers didn't erase careers, they redefined them. But this revolution is different because AI doesn't wait to be taught. It teaches itself. The future will reward the ones who adapt and leave behind the ones who don't. New careers are emerging faster than colleges can list them. AI trainers, algorithm auditors, ethics officers, robotic technicians, prompt engineers, cybersecurity strategists. The line between tech jobs and normal jobs is disappearing. But opportunity has a shadow. Who controls the oceans of data AI consumes? Who decides its limits? And when a machine makes a life-changing decision, who accepts the responsibility? These aren't distant debates. They're legal, ethical, and global battles already overwhelming institutions that are moving far too slowly. Artificial intelligence is neither hero nor villain. It reflects the intentions of its creators, us. For the first time in history, humanity is building something that may surpass it, not in muscle, but in mind. A future where the world may no longer be shaped by the richest, or even the most powerful, but by those who understand and command AI. So here's the question that will define a generation. Will humanity lead this future beside intelligent machines, or has the future already begun without us? Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into this topic, make sure to subscribe.